Okay, what's the solution of the equation? We're just going to solve this, but we'll do a proof on it too. 11, 12, and 13 are on this video. 12 and 13 are coming on in the next slide. Now, what is the solution to the equation? Well, we've got the original equation at the top, so I'm going to say what's happening to d. In this case, it's a negative d, but what's happening to it? 6 is being added to it. The inverse operation of plus 6 is minus 6. So we write everything that's on the left-hand side minus 6 equals everything that's on the right-hand side minus 6. Okay, and then combining these like terms, the whole point of that was to make that go away. So it does. We got 16 minus 6 is 10. 10 equals negative d. Now it doesn't say d equals, it says negative d. So we have to undo that negative in front. How do we do that? Well, we need to see that as a negative 1, right? We don't write the 1 if it's a 1. So we know it's negative 1, so what do we have to do to both sides? We need to divide by negative 1. Essentially what this will do is change the sign of both sides. So the 10 that was there now becomes a negative 10, and the negative d that was there becomes a d. And that is our solution, and we're going to do a proof on that. So proof, and we write the original equation, 16 equals negative d plus 6, and we substitute the value in. 16 equals negative parentheses negative 10 plus 6. 16 equals, what's the negative of negative 10? Well, negative of a negative is positive, so 10 plus 6. 16 equals, what's 10 plus 6? It's 16. Same thing on both sides, checks out. Good, that's the solution. Okay, what's the solution? We're going to take the equation that we were given and what's happening to the variables. Doesn't matter how many we've got right now. We're going to first forget about we've got 1.5 of them. What else is happening? That's what we need to undo here. So how do we undo that? We take what we've already got on this side and we subtract the amount away that we want to go away, minus 2.2 equals 6.7, what was already on that side, minus 2.2. And then we get 1.5x equals 4.5. Now what's happening to x being multiplied by 1.5? We need to undo that with divided by 1.5. And we find that x equals, I know that 1.5 times 3 is 4.5, so that's 3. That's where I'm comfortable with numbers, I know multiples and things like that, makes things real fast. Now, let's do a proof on this. Proof, we say 1.5x plus 2.2 equals 6.7. 1.5 times 3 plus 2.2 equals 6.7. 1.5 times 3 is 4.5 plus 2.2 equals 6.7. And just as a little mental math thing here, we're adding 2 to the 10th place and adding 2 to the 1's place. So adding a 2 to the 10th place makes a 7 there. Adding 2 to the 1's place makes a 6 there. And you get 6.7 equals 6.7. That's true. That's that solution. One more. Okay. We've got 1/3 x minus 8. We need to do that, undo that minus 8 with a plus 8. Okay. Notice I'm taking that what's already there and just considering that to be the original equation at the start instead of rewriting it. Okay. Equals negative 6. What do we do to both sides? We add 8. So plus 8 plus 8. Okay. These two terms cancel out. So we've got 1/3 x equals Negative 6 plus 8 is 2. Now, how do we undo a fractional coefficient? We multiply by the reciprocal, and the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So we say 3 parentheses 1/3 x, everything that was already there, equals 3 parentheses 2, everything that was there. Okay, the 3 and the 1/3 undo each other to be just x, and we get 3 times 2 is 6, x equals 6. Now we'll do a proof on that. One-third x minus 8 equals negative 6. 1/3 of 6 minus 8 equals negative 6. And 1/3 of 6, right here to simplify this, 1/3 of 6 is another way of looking at it is multiplying this together and say this is 1/3 times 6 over 1. So 1 times 6 is 6, over 3 times 1 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 1/3 of 6 is 2. Minus 8 equals negative 6. And 2 minus 8 is negative 6, so negative 6 equals negative 6. That's good proof, we're done.